G'day guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back for another episode of Space Survival. So I do apologise for there not being an episode for quite a while. Oh, let me just change my tools here. Yeah, I kind of had a lot of stuff going on in my personal life and then also, yeah, you know, university. And the other day I sat down to actually record and yeah, I couldn't actually get any of my worlds to load since the latest update had come out. So it turns out that basically what I do is if we go into options here, we go into graphics, I always run the voxel quality at extreme. Now for some reason when the new update came out, that heavy performance impact became a enormous performance impact. So if I have a look at my settings now, oh man, so many menus. If I have a look at my FPS counter now, I'm doing about 105 FPS and most of it is a CPU load. It looks like the GPU is at about 64%, so that's fine. But for whatever reason, when I enable the extreme or the ultra quality on the voxels, all of a sudden my game goes down to like 2 FPS, and I'm not even joking. It is literally 2 FPS, and to the point where I could not even load into the world. Or at least my patience got the better of me, and I basically, you know, Alt F4'd the game, escaped from the game and tried to, you know, kind of get back into it again and again. And eventually I let the world just sit there and load for about half an hour, and finally I was able to get in, and that was when I discovered that the FPS was down to about 2. And then I was like, okay, well, I need to start adjusting graphics settings. At first, I thought it was mods that was causing the issue, but yeah, that was pretty much half a day just gone trying to fix that issue. So yeah, awesome. Really love that sort of stuff. But, you know, it is what it is. And yeah, here we are in the next episode. So I don't really want to start the episode off in a bad light, but yeah. I just kind of wanted to explain what I've been doing for all this time. Yeah, alright, so now let's get started. So in the last episode I got this hallway done, and what I really want to do is go ahead and expand this room out here. So essentially what I want to do is put in some assemblers and some refineries, and so yeah, that's what we're going to do. So if I am not mistaken, the internal dimensions of this room is going to be kind of like 15 by 7, I believe it was. Actually, it's going to be pretty much a square 15 by 15 blocks internal space, but externally it's going to be a little bit wider. And what I'm planning to do is kind of taper the walls like what I've done here as well. So, you know, it's a little bit more interesting than just flat walls. And I think instead of having support bracing this way, I think what I'll do is I'll have it lengthways against the room, because when you have it going this way, it's a little bit more difficult to kind of design the room. So yeah. Anyway, we have a lot of digging to do, so I don't know if I'll time-lapse the digging. I think I will just skip that part and then we'll just get straight to the building phase. Alright, well, seems like I kind of messed up a little bit here, and yeah, I left that ship outside, and it seems like this Reaver Crimson is... Oh, that did not sound good. Oh, I dare say he's fired some missiles at us, so... Oh, what's this guy firing at? Whoa! What is that? Oh, the railguns are working now. Fantastic. Didn't really want them to be firing on that, but okay, what have I got here in my inventory? What's this guy firing on? Oh, now he's coming towards me. Okay. Alright. Come on, guns. Engage. Engage the target. on, take him out! Oh. He got minced up pretty bad, but then so did I. Oh, that was nasty. My base got worked. Oh, let's see what the damage is. This gun platform here just got near on obliterated, although...
Energy low.
Man, seriously? My energy's low on top of all this stuff? Come on. Oh, this one survived relatively well. All the guns here seem to be alright. What's going on with the guns here? Yeah. The Prometheus got a bit hammered. But, you know, I think... You know, considering how much fire it took, it actually did quite well. It doesn't seem to be any major explosions. Yeah, I think it did quite well. So, whereabouts is this wreck? Alright, I know my energy is low. Let's see if this thing has any guns active left. I don't think it does. Where's the rest of the ship gone? What? Is that it? Did I literally destroy the entire ship? Nah, surely not. Wow. I'm surprised. That was, Oh, here we go. Here's another piece of it. I think this is a more substantial piece.
Your health is low.
Oh, really? Come on. What have we got? We've got a tank. What I'm really looking for here is maybe a reactor with some uranium. Because that's pretty much all I'm interested in. Everything else is kind of just like, meh. You know, I can mine all this stuff. There really just isn't anything here of any significant value, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it. Alright, so what's this part here? Oh, we have some
inventory full.
Iron ore.
Energy critical.
Well, that's interesting. Did my ships get attacked? My small grid ones? It doesn't look like this got damaged at all. Doesn't look like my respawn pod did. It just looks like my weapons got damaged. So yeah, I mean, I think considering the amount of fire that I took, I think we got off quite well. Well, with exception to this jump drive. Yeah, wow. I lost 1,000 superconductors in that exercise, so that's not cool. But, you know, yeah, it's not too bad. Anyway, while I was gone, I did manage to align this drill guide to this asteroid. So now all I need to do is kind of drill this out and then we can get this room built. But yeah, that was a nice little distraction. I do like the Reavers being in this world. Adding a little bit of a challenge, having to go around and repair things. But yeah, I think my defenses are reasonably adequate. Well, at least in this instance they were. So yeah, mission succeeded. Alright guys, welcome back. So, I did have a relatively close call with this Reaver over here. While I've been gone as well, I did effect a few repairs on the ship. So I repaired the 2 jump drives, went around and repaired a few blocks. Obviously there are a few parts missing on this section here. I repaired this engine. Yeah, there's a few blocks here and there kind of missing, so I'll probably repair those at a later date. Oh, it looks like have a wheel here that's damaged, or something along those lines that is damaged. That's alright. Which one is it? Yeah, it's this. That's pretty funny. I didn't realize that wheels could smoke. What I do need to do though is obviously go ahead and repair this here. So yeah, just need to put the weapon back, and there are quite a few blocks missing, so I will get a projector on that job. One thing I didn't mention before was this ship. I noticed this got quite badly damaged. So we need to go ahead and repair that. Wow, yeah, there is definitely some hardcore repairs that need to be done to this thing. Yeah, so that's a bit of a shame, but we'll get around to that eventually. Man, that railgun looks awesome. Alright, so now, before I get onto all those repairs, what I would like to do is get onto actually building this room. So let me just put my lights on here. Alright, so from this point, I want to construct my room. Now, to start off with, I think I'm going to grind away all of these blocks here. Oh, in fact, before we do that, I need to go ahead and manufacture a whole bunch of steel plates. Well, 20,000 should do, so yeah, let's get started with this this whole build. So if yeah, that should be fine. So we'll get rid of these blocks here. And then I'm going to replace those with just some regular steel blocks. So we'll place those along here like this. I will weld up these corner ones because I won't be able to get to them later. Or at least I don't think I will be able to. Right, now from here, I'm probably going to put in some blocks like this so that we have the door kind of countersunk into the room. Last time when I built a base, I kind of went ahead and made it so that there was kind of like an airlock in between, you know, this hallway and the room. I don't think I'm going to do that this time because, yeah, I just kind of think it's totally unnecessary to do so. Alright, so what I'll do from there is I will put in some blocks like this. Some corner blocks all the way around the edge, and then we can get these welded up. Cool, there we go. So that's our entrance sorted out. So now from here, I'm going to place a wall basically along here. So like I mentioned before, it's going to be like kind of 15 blocks internal space. So how many blocks is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we've gone a little bit further than what I actually needed to. Anyway, let's put in the wall and then we can kind of work from there. Okay, so I got my wall placed down. I will count 7 blocks out from the center, and then we can place in or start putting in our wall on that side. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is essentially where my wall needs to be. So I'm going to place a block there. Now our floor is going to need to be around about here. So let me go ahead and place those blocks in. That's going to be a bit of a challenge. I need to probably go upside down to put this block in. Alright, now that that one's placed in, the rest should be pretty easy. Right, so we got those blocks placed in. Let's go ahead and weld these ones up because we won't be able to reach them later. Alright, cool. So we've got our floor blocks, well, kind of our floor blocks welded up. Right, so from this point, what I'm planning to do is go ahead and place in some of these blocks basically along here, and then I'll place a armor tip like this, and then we'll spin this around and do the exact same thing for the roof as well. So kind of like that. And then obviously we need to place in our roof. So our roof is going to kind of be here. Now there is a good reason why I've left so many blocks behind, and you'll kind of figure out what that is later. So, well, I'll try and explain it now. So essentially what my plan is to go ahead and add in some beam blocks, but I want to leave a few blocks behind those blocks because... Let's just place those in there. Yeah, there we go. So when I go ahead and I put in the beam blocks, I didn't really want to press that button. Man, I'm struggling to use the keyboard today. So we're going to have these beam blocks kind of sticking out a bit like that. And then, you know, we'll go for one of these blocks like that. And then one of these here like so. Like that. And then obviously we're going to have a block spacing behind that, right? And then
Energy
I will have
low.
like a half block here. So let's find a half beam block, like so. And then we'll kind of replicate the rest of the structure. So let's go for one of these, spin that over, spin this around, like so. And then do the same over this way. And then like this. So we're gonna have, oh, why did it place it there? Okay, doesn't really matter. So we're gonna have this structure here, and then you'll be able to see it from this side, obviously. And then I'm gonna have like a block spacing behind that to make everything airtight, and so that you can kind of see through it. And then what I'll do is I'll probably place blocks here like this. Like so. And then here, I'm going to be able to put like a light. Or, well actually, you know what we can do is now that we have those inset light blocks. So if we go for, where are my lights here? So, you know, we'll grab our inset light blocks. So we can put some of these behind there. And then we'll be able to see those behind this block. And it will just make the room look a little bit more interesting than what it already does. So, now we need to go ahead and place all of these blocks down. Like I said, the length of the room internally is going to be 15 blocks. It's 5 blocks high, so we need to put our floor in there and then also there as well. So yeah, we have quite a bit of work to do. And then I will show you the layout of where I'm planning to put all of these industrial assemblers and industrial refineries. It's going to be quite an interesting room, I think, and it's going to look pretty cool. So, alright, let's get started. Well, it seems like I've messed up here. Okay, so you guys remember how I said it's got to be 15 blocks wide internally. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks here, 4 blocks on the other side. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I have made this room 2 blocks too thin. So I'm going to need to grind all of this stuff down and then start all over again, which really is not cool. But that's fine. I think what I'll do is I'll start laying out the floor, and that'll give me some room to in my inventory space to kind of weld these blocks up and then start with the walls again. So yeah, alright, let's get started with that. Alright guys, welcome back. So, I hope you enjoyed the time lapse. As you can see, the room is completely done. Now it should be airtight, but for reasons unknown, it looks like we are not airtight for some reason. Maybe, perhaps there is a block missing up on this roof here. I'm not exactly sure. Should be completely sealed. Let's just check on this side. Yes, of course. Alright, so it seems like this block here is missing, which is the cause of our trouble. So let's go ahead and place a block in there. Get that welded up. Let's grab our end piece for the beam blocks. Yeah, I think it's this one. Spin that around, make it this color. Put that in, and now we should be airtight. Are we airtight? No, we are not. Oh! There we go. Yeah, now we're kind of airtight. Alright, cool. So, with that out of the way, now I need to figure out where I'm going to put everything. Well, I kind of have an idea of where I'm going to put everything in advance, but I think before we get started with that, it might be beneficial if we go ahead and we install some lights. Now, the lights that I'm about to install are only going to be temporary, so yeah, not really too concerned about where they are actually placed. So let's just place them down, get this place lit up, and then it will give us a better idea of where things are going to go. Alright, and there we go. So all of our lights are done. Now I can turn off my character's lights, finally, and we can actually see what we're doing. Fantastic. Alright, this room's looking pretty good. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change up the back wall a little bit. I might try and countersink it opposite this, like one block away from this, try and countersink the back wall, just to give it a little bit more of an interesting shape. But I mean, yeah, we'll deal with that later on. Okay, now let's get started with the layout. Alright, so I want to grab some industrial refineries. Now the only problem with these is, and this is something that's always really bothered me with these refineries, is that there are no ports on the bottom of them. So we're going to have to run ports from the wall. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is, and that's just, yeah, the way it is,
Energy
I guess.
low.
So I'm going to place them 2 blocks away from the wall, or at least the wall that way. So now we have them like that. So then I'm going to space them out 1 block away from each other. So then we place them down, then we have them 2 blocks away from the wall. Alright, let's go and do the exact same thing on the other side. So spin this one around. We will place it 1 block spaced away from this wall, and then we'll place it there. I think that's 2 blocks. Yes, it is. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll place this one down here. 1 block away, another block away, and another block away. So that's 8 refineries. So yeah, that's looking pretty good. Alright, so the next thing we need to do. Next thing we need to do is place in our assemblers. So I can't exactly remember how many assemblers we're going to go for here, but we are going to use the industrial ones. It did take me a little while to figure out exactly what I wanted to do in this kind of circumstance. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to place 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there, and then also 1 there. Actually, no. I am going to get rid of these, and I'm going to spin them around. So let's do that. Let's grab our assembler, spin it around like that, and we're going to place 1 down here. Oh, no. Not like that. Like this. 1 block away from that one. There we go. And then again. And then again. And then we'll do the exact same thing on the other side. Except we're going to have them 1 block away from each other in the middle. So we'll do that. Place them down like so. Okay, fantastic. Right, now from this point, I'm going to grab some catwalks. Do I have the materials to place these down? Yes, I do. Fantastic. Okay, so what I'm going to do is see if I can attach them to this door, which I think I can. Alright, let's do that. So let's place 1 there, and then this one here will just be like kind of an open catwalk. So we'll do that like that. and then we'll place open catwalks in the middle as well. And then we'll grab a catwalk with a railing on the side for this side. There we go. This one here. One of those there, and then another one there. And then we'll do a open catwalk, which is this one here. And then in the middle, we're going to place our catwalks along like this. Because, you know, the assemblers are going to kind of be here to stop us from falling or anything like that. So let's go ahead and place our catwalks all the way along here like this. And this is like kind of the internal structure of these assemblers, so it should be fine. Man, really need to work on my placement here. And these can go all the way to the wall. We don't really need a railing on those. Then we will grab a catwalk with a railing on one side, place that there. On that side we won't place one of those. We'll just go for an open catwalk, like so. Well, that was rather strange. The audio on my computer all of a sudden went through my speakers and then quickly switched back to my microphone. So, yeah, that was a little bit strange, but is what it is. So let us continue. Alright. So, it looks like I misplaced that catwalk, so we'll replace that one there. We're going to place a catwalk with a single railing on this side, like so. In fact, I think the audio volume here has increased. Music volume.
Energy low.
Let's decrease that a little bit. It seems like it's a little bit louder than it was before. Alright, well, fine game. I will grab some energy before I run out for a change. Alright, so I got some energy. I am pressurizing this whole space. It's not really necessary, but it just means my energy lasts a little bit longer than what it usually does. Alright, so from here, I'm going to place in some more catwalks as per normal. So actually, before we do that, let's put in our speed modules. So I'm going to place a speed module here and here on each of these assemblers, and they'll kind of act like a bit of a wall. So I won't need to place yeah, I kind of need to know where all this stuff is going to be so that I don't place my catwalks in the wrong positions here. So let's go ahead and place these down. Right, there we go. So I got my speed modules on the sides, and then I'm going to place some speed modules on top as well. Because the assemblers, I don't really need like efficiency modules or anything like that. I want them to build stuff as fast as possible. So we're going to go with straight speed modules for those. Fantastic. Okay, so already it's looking pretty sweet. So at this point, I'm going to grab some more catwalks. So what we'll do is we'll do the railings on one side, and we'll go all the way across up until about this point. And then I'll probably put in a corner piece here. So I'll place a corner piece there like so. And then that will kind of join up to the catwalks that are in the refinery itself. And then we can go down this little staircase. Whoa. You know what? I need to sort out some gravity here. Let's build a gravity generator on the roof, because I am really getting tired of this lack of gravity situation. Alright, cool. So we got our gravity generator running. They do make a rather weird sound though, don't they? I'm just going to leave everything the way it is. So we're probably going to go for negative 3 meters per second. That should be fine. Yep. And then when we turn off our jetpack, fantastic. Alright, now we can walk around and not have to worry. And then we can do it through this hallway as well, which is really awesome. Okay. Now, as I was saying, so you come through here, and then we can go down this staircase here, which is nice. Then we want to go back up the staircase, and we want to go up this staircase, but obviously there's nothing here, so that is a little bit of a problem. So I kind of got two options here. I could make another level of catwalks up there, and you know, perhaps I may do that. I do not know how I am going to do that though. Perhaps what we can do is get rid of this catwalk here. We can place in a catwalk without a railing on this side. Let's find that. And of course it's on the other end of where I want it to be. There we go. So here, then we can do maybe like a corner catwalk like so. Or maybe we can just do a catwalk with a single railing on one side like that. And then I was just thinking to myself, maybe that's not going to work, but yeah, I think it will. Then we can do some staircases. So we can do a staircase like this, which will take us to this point. Then from there, we'll grab another catwalk. We'll go for just a one with a railing on one side because it is up against a wall. Although, maybe, because the staircase has a railing on against the wall, maybe we can just put a railing on the wall, even though we don't actually need it, just to make it look a little bit nicer. So let's try that and see what that looks like. Let's grab a catwalk like so. And we can come up here like this. And then this can kind of join onto this here. So we'll go for a railing on one side, like so. Then another railing on one side, like so. And then from there, we can grab a corner catwalk and then run a railing on one side here. And then here we'll go for a double. So a double like that. And in between these, I'm just going to put a... So we'll go railing on one side. If I can ever find it. Or do we put in one of these? See, can I walk off there? See, I could just put one there, so it looks like I need construction components. I could just put a railing there to get in between these two. Originally, the plan was to put a railing... Oh, no, I can't do that. Okay, so I need a railing along here. So I'm going to have to go for... Let me just grab some more construction components so that we can get this stuff built. There we go. I think I've got enough. Alright, so let's brainstorm this stuff a little bit more. Okay, so as I was saying, let's grab our catwalks again. So I'm going to go for... Let's go for a catwalk with a railing on one side here. Where is it? There it is. And then we'll do the same on this side. Which doesn't really meet up with the refinery, but at least we won't fall to our death. So that is nice. And we'll do something like that. So I'll have to replicate that all the way across. And I really don't know how well this is going to look until we kind of weld this all up. But I suspect it will look quite nice. But maybe there might be a little bit too many catwalks. But I guess we'll have to see how we go. Alright, so here, I'm going to go for a catwalk like that. And place it in the wrong position, as per normal. I feel like these catwalks aren't really intuitively placed in the menu. Although that could just be me. Alright, so here, I dare say we're going to go for a catwalk like so. And then we will go for a double. Like that. Like that, like that, like that. Like that. And we will continue on until we get to this point. And then we're going to go for a corner piece, if I'm not mistaken. No, we will need to go for a one with a single railing on one side. Like so. And then the corner piece. Like that. And where did I put the staircase on this side? So it was going up against the wall. So we're going to have to go for... Well, we don't have to, but I want to kind of make it the same on either side. So we're going to go for a staircase here, if I'm not mistaken. Is that where it is on the other side? It is... No. It is actually in line with the refinery itself. Yeah, it's in line with the refinery itself. So let's go ahead and place it there on this side as well. So it sits on the edge of the refinery at that level. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side here. Except one block further up. There we go. And then we're going to go for a catwalk corner and a catwalk corner here. Like that. Then we'll get rid of this one. And in place of that, I guess we're going to place a catwalk with just a single railing on the side. And we'll move it across and place it like that. Now let's go ahead and get rid of this one on this side. Then place it here, like so. And so let us just check our work here. I think we're going to have to replace this catwalk here. That should be not a double. So it looks like we're not really going to fall. It is weird though when I get to that point. I think there is actually something here. Although the model doesn't show it because it's not kind of complete yet. Alright, so now what we will do... How did I do it on the other side? Oh yeah, okay, so I just went out a block from this point. Grab our catwalk like so. Do the same thing on the other side like that. Then we went a corner piece, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then we'll do that. Now, what did I put on the other side over there? So that was kind of like an open... That was an open catwalk. So that's an open catwalk. Like so. Let's do the same on the other side. So like that. And then we want a catwalk with a railing on one side. Like so. And then a corner catwalk. Like that. And let's do the exact same thing on the other side. Looks like I've already put the corner catwalk in there. Or do I just go one of these catwalks? Yep, I think we'll just go one of those. That should be fine. Because I think I can kind of fall off that edge there. So, yeah, that's fine. The only problem is, though, the catwalks aren't going to be totally symmetrical on either side. Because obviously the staircase for the refinery and all those bits and pieces is different depending on which side you're on. So here, I think what I'll do is I will place a catwalk with a railing on one side. So we'll go for railing on one side. Come on, where is the block? Come on. Oh, it's there. There we go. Alright, so now we probably want the same thing here. Then here, I'm going to place one like that. Do the same there. And do the same there. And then, what do we have after that? So I might just go a double railing here. Even though the speed module on the end of the assembler will kind of stop me. Yep, there we go. One of those. That actually needs to be a double railing, doesn't it? Yep, it does. So it needs to be one of those. And let's see what I've done over this side. I haven't done anything on that side. Okay, so... looks like I've got my work cut out for me. Alright, let's place one of those down there. We want... What do we want here? We want a catwalk like so. And I assume it's going to be the same all the way along. So a catwalk like that. And then we're going to do one of these double catwalks here. Like so. Wait, is that right? Yeah, that's correct. We'll place another one there. One there, one there. These ones are already in where they need to be. Let's make sure we've done the right thing all the way along. And it appears as if we have. Although, these ones don't look like they're doubles. So I'm going to put in doubles. Like so. Then, we'll go for our singles. Spin them around. Because we have a catwalk here. And then we'll place these ones in. Actually, no, you know what? These need to be just regular catwalks without anything. Because we're going to place a catwalk to join those catwalks there. So let's do that. Let's get rid of this one. Then this one too. Right, so now we'll grab our catwalks and we'll place in one without any railing whatsoever, like so. And now, do I place a double in? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that. I know I don't technically need the railing, but we're going to do it anyway. And now here, we're just going to place in a catwalk that is just straight without any railing whatsoever, because then we can walk through the assembler like so, and everything looks hunky-dory. Alright. So yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. And we'll do the same on this side as well. So yeah, it is a very complicated structure to build, but I think, you know, overall, once we are done, it is going to look pretty sweet. So, alright. So that is our catwalk structure. Oh, looks like we are missing a few catwalks up here. Alright, let's fill that stuff in. Right, so here we're going to probably want a catwalk with a railing on only one side. Then we're going to want a double, like so. And we'll place them at the same points here. Then we'll go for a single, and then a single again. Okay, so looks like we've got our catwalk set up quite well. We can walk through all of these assemblers. It doesn't look like we're going to fall off at any point. That is part of the assembler, so I can't put a railing there. That's fine. We can go down here, go across, go up here, and then walk all the way across. Although we can't do that yet because I haven't placed the catwalks down on that side. Okay, so I'm going to go away. I'm going to place all of the catwalks down on the other side to mirror this side. And then, yeah, we'll kind of look at it from that point. Okay, so I've got all of the catwalks built. I think it's looking pretty good. So I think we are, yeah, really good for placement of the railings and things like that. I don't think we're going to fall off any edges, although perhaps I could place some double railing catwalks here. Yeah, I think I need to do that. So let's go ahead and do that. But that's alright. I might do a little bit of that off camera. Yeah, you can see I put double railings on that side, but this side I haven't really done so. And also probably need to put a double railing here as well, just to kind of fit with the continuity of the rest of the build. Let's go for a double railing like so, and place them all along here as well. But yeah, so I think in terms of where the railings are placed, it's all looking pretty good at this point in time. Obviously, that's looking pretty good. You know, we can walk through the through these refineries here. There is going to be something there once this refinery is built, so that's not really bothering me too much. We can walk across here. We can't fall down there because we have the railing all the way around this side here, like we do there as well. Now, I was originally just going to put, like, you know, kind of railings there on that side, but I decided to place some catwalks up here as well, so, you know, why not? And as you can see on this side as well, it's looking pretty sweet. Now, what I need to do is go ahead and weld up all of these refineries and these assemblers, and that, my friends, is going to take a boatload of time. So, well, I probably should have done this a lot earlier, but what I really need to do is run this conveyor system through the floor here, and then, yeah, so I got to run it through the floor. I don't know really what I'm going to put here. Maybe, I need to place in, you know, I wish they had this block here, but as an X pipe, so like very similar to this one here. So wait, not that block. I think it's a pipe junction. It's not a pipe junction, it's this one here. Yeah, a pipe cross. I really wish they had a block that was the same as that, but for this block here. Then I could place a transition there. So I don't know how I'm going to get the cargo system to come through to here. But essentially what I want to do is I want to put a cargo container right in this doorway here so that I don't need to keep going back to that one there. So I'm going to run some sort of a pipe system underneath the floor and over to this point here. Okay, well, I've gone ahead, I've run my conveyor system. So what I've done essentially is run the conveyor system from the side there. I might bring up my spectator camera here. Now that that interruption is out of the way, let's have a look at the pipe work. Now, as I was saying, I'll bring up my spectator camera and you guys can kind of get an idea of what's going on here. So, obviously I have my pipe running underneath. Then I had my pipes running from the side here to get to these air vents. So, on the back of that, I have basically moved my pipe down here and it is running all the way in between this room and then it kind of exits here at this point where I have a conveyor junction here and I've put the conveyor label on the bottom so that when I put my pipe in, you hopefully won't see it. And then obviously on this side, what I've done is I've put a cargo container so that I have access to cargo, yeah, relatively close by. So am I back in my character's view? No, I am not. F6, there we go. So now I can use this to actually get all of these things welded up. Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit far when I get down to this end, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. So, alright, let's get this stuff welded up. Okay, and here we go. So everything is now complete. The refineries are done, well, with one exception. I need to put the yield modules on the back of these refineries. As you can see, there is nothing behind them. So that is one thing that I need to do. But yeah, in terms of everything else is, yeah, kind of done. I am kind of toying, well, these catwalks need to be done too, but anyway, I am toying with the idea of making these catwalks go across the room like that, and then having another level here. Although it's not really necessary, maybe it might dress up the room a little bit. I'm really not sure. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments section below. But yeah, it looks like we yeah, we're good to go. There's no point where I think I'm gonna fall off the edge. So I think in terms of the catwalks, you know, they've been reasonably well placed. But yeah, and it looks really nice. It really is a shame that these refineries do not have a port on the bottom, but it is what it is. What I would really like to do as well is run a conveyor from there to there, and what I could do is I could use this block here on this side and then spin it around and use it like that on that side, and then from here and see what I would really like to see. Oh, actually there is a T-junction. So perhaps what I can do is run the pipes along the top. Maybe that might look a little bit better. So yeah, maybe we'll go ahead and do that. But honestly, I think that's going to be it for this episode. That's pretty much all I've got time for. In the next episode, we're going to complete this room. I am going to go ahead and put in the accent lights, very similar to what I've done here in these hallways, and we're going to make this thing look really, really pretty. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you next time.